In today's story, we are going to talk about a man from Detroit. There's a bizarre case of a man that was kidnapped after getting a large gift from a YouTuber. The man's name is Curtis Dixon. He's 60 years old. So, in late August 2025, Curtis Dixon was gifted $100,000 by a YouTuber or social media influencer. His nickname is MD Motivator. And this was in what he calls a viral act of kindness. The gift came after Dixon helped someone who was pretending to be blind. It was all part of a staged act and a script by the influencer. Dixon was also said to be in some serious, difficult financial situations at the time. Like his lights were off. He was having some financial difficulties. So the $100,000 came in handy. Here's where it gets very bizarre. On or around September 1st, 2025, Dixon claims that he was abducted. He says someone forced him into a vehicle near Mount Elliott and Nevada in the Detroit area. Then they made him go to multiple ATMs to withdraw the money. He also alleges that he was beaten, hogtied, and then left abandoned in the SUV after the perpetrators set the car on fire. Dixon was found by witnesses in the burning vehicle and taken to a nearby hospital. Initially, Detroit police was handling the case, but they turned it over to the ATF, which is the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. They've taken the case over. They're currently investigating, and there are some possible charges that's going to come. And those charges are probably going to include arson, kidnapping, and extortion. There have been reports, though, that there's some uncertainties and some inconsistencies in the story. And it's not clear what parts are being questioned or what evidence conflicts with what Dixon is saying happened. They say that Dixon is currently lying low and he's at an unknown location. I couldn't find any press releases from ATF yet, or any fully confirmed statements from the police. So far, what I'm reporting in this video is just what was publicly reported. All right. And that's from the initial police investigation with the Detroit PD. You know, this case is odd. It's odd because you have a man that was gifted $100,000 for a random act of kindness that was caught on video. The YouTuber, the MD Motivator, this is what he goes around and does. He pretended to be like a blind man in this video, and the guy or Curtis Dixon saw him, determined he needed some help, and he helped him. And it was considered a random act of kindness. And for that kindness, he got the $100,000. Not even a week later, this man was abducted, okay, beaten, hogtied, and left in a burning vehicle. Now, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna believe that they gotta have some video surveillance showing him going to different ATMs or something that's gonna corroborate his story. But as it stands right now, they're still investigating it. But this is a very odd story, and it's unfortunate because he got the money at a time when he needed it. They said he was financially struggling, and he got it because he was being kind to someone else. And to think that this is what happened to him a few days later, it's just mind-boggling. Take a look at a news report that has come out and let me know what you guys think about this story down in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Well, tonight on The Edge, a feel-good story turns real ugly after a Detroit man is gifted $100,000 from a famous YouTuber.
The Detroit man claimed that he was kidnapped and nearly killed. It's a story Fox News' Jessica Dupnack has been following it and joins us now live with an update. Jessica, take us through this because there are some layers.
Yeah, for the last week or so, we've been working to connect these stories. The first one, as you mentioned, surrounds a guy named Curtis Dixon, a 60-year-old from here in Detroit. He did a good deed. A famous YouTuber gave him $100,000. Then about a week and a half later, another story you saw on Fox 2. He is connected to that. Curtis, allegedly the victim of a pretty unbelievable crime spree.
My life just changed overnight.
1 minute, 60-year-old Curtis Dixon was receiving $100,000 for a good deed.
We need more people like Curtis in this world.
A week and a half later, last Monday, witnesses say Dixon was hogtied in his burned-out SUV on Detroit's east side.
I woke up, I'm like, what's going on?
He survived. Sources say there are some inconsistencies in Dixon's story, but he claims he met someone in the area of Mount Elliott in Nevada. From there, he was kidnapped, driven to ATMs to pull out money, then beaten, tied up, and his car set ablaze. Several days into this investigation, the feds picked up the case from Detroit police. The ATF now investigating this as a possible arson, kidnapping, and extortion.
And hopefully they catch whoever did it to him, because we don't want that in our neighborhood.
Last month, Dixon was gifted $100,000 from MD Motivator. He's a famous YouTuber who rewards good deeds with dollars. MD Motivator posing as a blind man in need in this viral video.
I'll have a couple bucks when I come out here. I'm going to find my wedding ring, man, but I just shut up yesterday, man. But I'll have a couple bucks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple bucks.
Thank you, man. Bless you.
Right.
Dixon offering what little money he had to help.
Even in my neighborhood, people know me now. People that didn't know me now.
And that could be part of the problem. More money, more problems, as they say. Now, I want to know what MD Motivator has to say about all this. He has millions and millions of followers, 7 million on Instagram alone. We did reach out and did not hear back in time for this story. So as we said, the ATF, the feds, now taking over this investigation. I'm told by the end of the week, we should hear more from them. We'll continue to follow this one. Reporting live in Detroit, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And as I follow this story, it seems that the missing pieces here that those feds will have to piece together is exactly what happened relative to those inconsistencies in the story. Any more you can tell me about that?
Well, we do know there's some video that police were able to use that placed at least Curtis, or what appeared to be Curtis, at some of these ATMs, possibly against his will. And if you remember, too, there were witnesses that say he was tied up in this SUV and that they rescued him. So there are some parts of this story that are definitely true. It's just a matter of placing it all together. Sometimes, though, these unbelievable stories, they end up panning out. So we will.